for Nachi.
Yep, still safe for now, but of course, Bigatron Knights. Haji Aseb has his eyes set on a team over here. Unsure he just spotted them out, but tries to do a little bit scouting for the team. He's really out there, really in the open, trying to get a little bit of covers here by Sky Soccer. Roads have to be careful. So just in case, of course, clearing out those tires in case the team is actually utilizing the vehicle as well. So Bigatron Knights so happens to be one of the teams making it to the group stages of the PMGC. And just for everyone's information, 15 out of 16 teams.
Beyond. What a tap. I can barely see anything at all. I'm just surprised how Levi's actually do it with only a 3x scope. Well, that's the level of performance that we do expect coming from some of the finest of Asia, where we now see Lapar going up against their brothers coming in from Bigatron NG. Tries to actually push her. Voxy does connect the nade towards Genfos as we see an all-out trade between both sides of Bigatron, while it's only down to Zuxi. I wonder if they're going to be able to actually get much. Move on the corner of the zone as well. He has to pull back. Satar gets taken down. And Haji Asif, Lapar tries to go in for a big maneuver. He gets a full clip, sent towards that edge, but he's in the zone. There's not much to be done. Bigatron NG survive, but comes with a cost.
Oh yeah, one Bigatron will come out alive and one will be eliminated over here. What a battle between these two top in Asian teams. Of course, we're left out with only 7 teams left and 17 people alive, with the blue circle at stage number 5 at this current moment. We do see Alter Ego still alive with the most elimination points here, which is at 8 at this current moment. If Alter Ego needs to do something, they have to make an entry and force the team back coming up from the outside towards the inside over here. But there's no rush. Circles coming on very, very slowly. They're still within on the inside as well. Leviso, Rachung also making the move. Nade connects, not enough to actually take him down here. Needs to go for a little bit of recovery. One's getting hit by heavy fire.
We're barely surviving, going in for that recovery, and I just feel like it was an overzealous attempt coming in from the rest of these members of Altuigers. This could have been their chicken dinner to take. Perhaps they were just a little bit too hasty on their approach. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 1. Hunt versus the rest of the lines. Toji now going for a wraparound. Jimmy OP also leading the pack, trying to actually hunt out. They've already seen the shots, so Toji going on a little bit of a ride as they're hoping to actually bring the fight up close and personal. And there you have it, ladies and gents. First chicken dinner secured by the Alliance.
Wow, what a way to end things up.
Very closely to some of these members of Falcons. Falcons now being wrapped around with a lot of teams. I wonder how they get out, but we will focus on to the members of the Saber, which I do believe are in the mix of the battle inside of the city of Los Leones.
Oh yeah, and of course, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be quite a battle. Now, as you can see here, before we actually shut down on the map feed itself, we only have a few teams who's already inside the circle. So if all the other teams can make their way into the southwest segment. Meanwhile, we do see a team secret. I think a short shootout here again, AS against ASI8 here on the outside perimeter, and you have to work with whatever weaponry that you have here at this moment. And we do see, unfortunately, it's going to be Roy Esports being the first team eliminated here. It's such a big map. Meanwhile, Team Series SOAS does not only spot on team members from ASI8, but also from the Xavier as well.
Comes to another ship that does bring all these teams into the city of Jumasera. We already have 2 teams on board. For Miracle Vibes takes on the rest of Bigatron NG. The current top seed is for MV is hoping to at least reclaim a form of their throne.
Oh, look at this.
Likely this situation right now, they're still battling over the course of the hillside. Just the rest of RQ tries to actually clear of the Philippines, gunning out for more, but he gets quickly taken down by Rosemary's arrival.
Oh yeah, Federales is currently on the ground here together with Tony K. Team Vampire Esports. View trying to make things happen over here. A little bit late here on the support. Just a while ago, as you mentioned, that Contra. But Zubin tried to make things happen over here. Tried to make an escape. Oh, the course can run him over. Jappy from Harami, bro. That makes him That make the 5th elimination points for them. Getting it in fashionable order. As all. Meanwhile, we'll also be looking at Bigatron Knights. In previous map, we saw them fall in the hands of Bigatron and G. This time, they're hoping for a much better run here compared to the last. And we'll see how it goes. It does seem that Ajiatep will be able to actually see out where Nuzi is in. Where is the support from team members from Team Vampire Esports? Does seem that Nuzi will get shot out here in the hands of Haji Asif. Meanwhile, Boychill from Alter Ego tunes out Federales. Raharme Bro to get the Jappy. Yet another. And Vampire Esports will be eliminated over here in 10th place.
This has been a really, really difficult stance for all these teams to really go in for certain rotations. But you see how eager these teams are actually going for fun. Alter Ego has already garnered 5 points. Though we didn't really have gotten too much of a glimpse on how many battles they've been taking, but now they're definitely locking their eyes onto the main roster of Bigatron at this moment. Not exactly the easiest rotation for Bigatron, as they're already being clipped by the zone, trying to make their way into the corners of Chumacera, and it seems like Lapara's got that buggy stuck over the corner of the tree. So somebody's got to lend a hand to go in for a pickup as he's slowly being depleted by the blue zone. Alter Ego also paves a little bit of space for him to actually get into a better passage. While we're taking a look at what's being offered here inside of the fields, Res for MV happy to be placed inside of the city, whereas whoever's already inbound, they're going to have a really good time, but I'm not too sure about maybe certain names out there who might be task is at this current moment. Yeah. But they will have to make do with what the current circumstances are. With this current push, it seems like this is the only way out for the side of Alter Ego areas. There's no other region for them to actually hold out, so try as they may, they need to bridge in.
Oh yeah, they don't have a choice at this current moment. Meanwhile, Boyne also holding on to the church area. They do have the high ground. Now, here's the thing about cooking nades on the high ground, especially when it's very steep hill, that you need to cook it right. Your timing needs to be absolute. Usually, in terms of shootouts, you do have the advantage by being on high ground. But when it comes to nade cooking, you have to get the timing right, because if it's a little bit too long, it falls out real fast. But inside, oh, the trade-off here. Boychill manages to actually get here on Team Void Donkey. It goes to 2-1 trade-off. Make it 2 for 2. And that's going to be a 3 for 3. It's going to be 4. It's actually going to be 3 for Void Donkeys over here at this point. So now they're still thinking, they're still holding on to this area. There's still yet another. I think everyone's all cramped up here within the premises. Meanwhile, Alva's not really in a good spot. He can't get out due to the flames here on the ground. So he has to wait it out before he can make an exit. Bigatron team members also on the outside perimeters, throwing out nade after nade with hopes that he'll be able to connect or even just create a crossroad so that the other team members are not able to actually escape the area.
Bigatron arriving in the right time, going for that third party finish. But the rest of Void Donkey, that was pretty clean coming in from them despite losing those 2 members. Now it is an awkward situation between all these Indonesian squads currently stuck inside of the church. And yesterday, yeah, we've seen one of the endings over here. And it definitely looks very, very familiar of how Arceus has been able to at least take a win. But Arceus is nowhere to be found in this lobby anymore.
Oh no, they spotted him out.
Oh, Mark's going to go for that spray down. He's going to be able to smoke up that vehicle. Oh, such a daunting task to even go in for that risky approach of diving away. But that is definitely a smart play coming from these members of Void Donkey, leaving only Alva all alone. I don't think they know that Alva's here. He's just going to get that free pick. Beautiful stuff coming from Alva. He's trying to secure that pointer out there while the rest of these members of Bigatron is being kept busy. He's also throwing a nade towards that direction. It's absolutely crazy that he's not even going to settle for that one takedown, which he should have. But he's definitely hunting out for that one member remaining. Shots now being fired right back. That should be Falcons here taking charge, and Falcons looking to have an impressive game, still having 4 members alive. Nade's now being cooked, but there's no angles for him to work with. Hold on to cook that nade for far too long.
He was quite in a bad situation where there's a third-party shot coming on from the other side from Falcons, and then you also have to deal with the Bigatron team as well. The moment he went for the shootout within the church, it gave out his position. So basically, Bigatron Knights kind of knew that there is yet another individual inside the vicinity. And yes, Contra, I have to agree with you on this. He should have at least taken out, just cleared out that one guy. So at least he get himself with one elimination kills.
Yeah.
Took the bait a little bit too long over there and was not able to change back to his weaponry and gets picked off in hands of Big Drummer. Meanwhile, of course, the circle has emerged and we do have Sherlock for Miracle Vibes. Ooh, despite having an early shootout here in their hands, unfortunately, Team Bigatron were the ones who actually managed to actually get the kill here upon the team member from Miracle Vibes, leaving Baron still alive. Meanwhile, East, the new additional member for Team Falcon, managed to get a pick up on his own on one of the members from Team Bigatron.
Red Aliens. Well, that's what I know them best for. They've been changing their names a couple of times already. Well, of course, now known as Knights, they're still looking sharp as ever. And by having that one member that was being left alive by Alva, they really get to eventually go in for the trample up against the rest of Falcons as they find themselves on the outskirts. Now down to only top, trying to pull all the way back to get themselves revived. But that is going to be just clean cut engagement coming in as the rest of Falcons, they hold true. One Donkey not having all too much, but this left them susceptible for all these open angles of grenades to fall right through. Still limping on the ground. The rest of Falcons can still go in for a quick recovery while the rest of Bigatron sees this as a perfect 3 versus 3 opportunity against the very best of Mongolia. Very technical fight as they do manage to secure action, still trying to get a whole lot more done. 10 points in for Bigatron Knights, while IC is on fire, slowly melting down, but not fully melted just yet. Big nades now being exchanged. Perfect lop over onto the corners of Gen Fox as he is trying to do his level best to just hold true. He's got the S12K, trying to look for those angles. Lapar is already being taken out. We're going to remove a little bit of a room, and just look at how technical a fight this has been for the top 2 teams.
Oh yeah, he's just navigating through the outside perimeters here on the second floor. Still got back through, managed to rejuvenate himself with the mat bag. Here we do have Team Falcons just turtling themselves up on the inside, waiting. And of course, they do have quite a good position over here, but at the same time, while you're on the inside perimeters, oh, East getting picked up here down on his knees. But it does seem that Satarlas will be down, but it's not going to go down without a fight, as Satarlas will be carrying out on East. IC down at the same time, and down goes Murder. Team Falcon will be losing out their porthole and eliminated here in the hands of Bigatron.
Not right now, as they have noticed that there is only one player inside the compound. They will send 2 members right through just to give them a little bit of a tussle. But Real Face, he's been one of the sharpest units coming in from the Thai region. And here we go, full commitment coming from the rest of BTR. Still having one more holding out on the outskirts with Deku, trying to actually hit a little bit of impact, but FaZe now stuck by the corner of balcony. There's going to be a grenade that will seal the deal. Perfect stuff coming in with BTR and G. Despite this not being their high-flying start heading into this Miramar round, but a chicken dinner is.
So they have to wait things out, or if they're just by sheer luck, they're able to actually get into the right building. Oh, it seems that there is a shot, and they should be able to tell from which direction, so they kind of can guess which building it's in, and they are definitely looking into that particular direction. Chum come from Hansel, losing a little bit of HP. That's not going to hurt much. Leon is leading charge here, entering the building. Goes out the nade, but Baron is actually on the ground floor. Charging in. Baron just swing far. He gets one. That's going to be 1 down, 3 more to go. Baron holding on to his fort. The spray is there, but it's not going to be enough. Baron goes down, and winner chicken dinner to Bigatron and G.
Preemptive strike as compared to Boy Seal, but here we go. Close for combat coming with the DPS.
Oh!
It will be calm and collected for Lamborghini to just show dominance inside of Pachinki.
Oh, that bobbing, yeah, it didn't work. Boychill kind of read it. Yep, I got you. One shot, one kill. But he tried though. I get the idea behind it. But you're giving away your position. I really thought he was just gonna hide behind the cover, but I guess yeah, he wants to bring the action to them. Like why not? Because he was the only last man standing anyways. Meanwhile, we're also looking at Alter Ego Aries, who is trying to escape the wrath of the blue circle here at the current moment and get a little bit of cover for themselves, but of course doesn't hurt so much as we're currently at stage number 1. A little bit of damage, a little bit of mats. Should be able to actually do the grip. Boychill here, we saw a little bit of action from him, but it seems that he's not done yet. Goes for a little shootout over here. Boychill is down on his knees. Well, it does seem there's going to be a return here and has a Rosemary. Managed to get 2.
Oh, strikes another 8 points, this time taking down Bigatron NG. The Vic versus Potato, and he does get the shot on point. Taking out IC is it has been a rather difficult stance to play out in South Korea. Has always been a challenge for all the teams on board. The Falcons, they're in a really awkward angle. Action has got his body being exposed as well. Rosemary claims a lot more lives out there on the field, taking down Lamborghini of the Saber. Well, there is also involvement coming from the side of Gen Foss to spot that member from FaZe Clan.
Oh no.
High ground versus low ground. Nachi going for recovery first, but the nade now being cooked up. And
it's a watchtower. It's a watchtower. You have to get out. So the nade being cooked. Yeah, he leaked out real fast.
But of course, ASI8, they've been here ever ready for the longest time. And DX starting to really show their thanks here, hitting late in the scene. Paragin once more claims that number alongside with Chuan, who's already gotten 3 eliminations right now. Let's see what Rosemary has as he is full of the grenade. Chuan! That is amazing on how he's been able to just predict so perfectly and just quickly as it goes. Rosemary's already out, but it's another big round for the side of Alter Ego. FaZe Clan is also next to follow suit. Flava, we're just losing teams left, right, and center.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think that came quite a surprise for Rosemary as well. Getting who already bags in 2 kill points. Currently try to bag in for more as they are in the top 8. So all the teams
in the direct center. Now it gets a little bit more awkward if your team's over on the north side. So what does Bigatron do? They have to really move off from this radar that ASI has been holding out from another impressive display coming from the side of Nachi. This could very well be a strong cleanup coming from the rest of ASI8. Despite them only having 3 men, they're really working as if they have never lost a single member at all. At this game, it's been the best chance possible for Bigatron Knights to overtake their brothers. Still going for the revive as he's going to be able to reach just about a nick of time. Nachi now locking them into place. Red Devil also approaching. And over the back, there is somebody out there. He's going for a white flag. And that is the sneaky captain, UZM, on duty to take on their tails or on their toes at every step of the way. A little bit of a long stretch in Los Leones, so where exactly will be the next contest that will be happening? Are they going to be battling in South St. Martin? It looks very likely from what I'm looking at the minimap. Plenty of teams dropping into the direct center, or we might even see big challenges inside of Picado, ladies and gentlemen. BTR moving over on top side of Power Grid, and I believe it is that final game shenanigan that we're getting, and instead it's the classic old fight that we're getting inside of Hacienda. Take a look at that. RRQ, Alliance, who else is involved?
Oh yeah, this is definitely what we're looking for over here. It's going to be an all-out battle Everyone's scrambling around to get their guns, get their weaponry, get their utilities, and the shootout begins with whatever they have. First few shots gonna be hurried by FaZe Clan. Noise secures the kill on DOK and then on the Baron as well. He gets another DOK. That's gonna be a secure order happening from their side. Losing at 2 of the team members. For 4MB, FaZe Clan looks like they're clearing up the team members here for 4MB, Contra.
Oh boy, it's just all rowdy right now. FaZe Clan really getting into the tick of things. Same goes inside of BTR where they're just going guns blazing despite losing Zuxi so early on. My. We 2 versus a majority coming in from the rest of the Empires, or should I say FaZe Clan, as they are being wrapped around by a whole lot.
Noise on Real Face. I am confused. Am I looking at the same logos? Oh no, it's actually zooming here, getting off from Alter Ego. Boychill gets him. Meanwhile, Leon in the hands of FaZe Clan. And Hansel, there's so much trade-offs happening here, and it's definitely going to be between Bigatron and FaZe Clan here at the moment, Contra.
Yeah, there's just so much on the line where we're just looking at a constant mess, to be honest. Whereas right at this very moment, it really seems like Stalwart Esports, despite not really getting any points at all for the moment, are just banking on hopes that they can actually afford a little bit of a pickoff. And from the looks of it, it's just total chaos that erupts across these fields, where Fearless, he could only do so much to really trail behind the rest of these members of BTR. And once more, the narrative of this final matchup is really down to Bigatron to really rack up those points. And yes, they will. Hans Chill now brings one more back, and that will be claimed.
And Boy Donkey's also quite nearby, getting into the area as well. Could be a third party over here, but while all that is happening, our main focus here, Rosemary looking beautiful and handsome, making his way into the fray. And that's going to become 5 elimination points for them here at this moment. And while all that is happening, these Xaviers having their hands full, going up against Team Bigatron here. Deku getting hit by the nade. They thrown by Leon.
The rest of the X now sees the rest of BTR cornered into that section through the map. Hans Chill, he might be taking out goal right now, but the trades are looking phenomenal. Now it's only down to PowerGen left, as the rest of Vampires also send their members into the stadium. A 3-way battle erupts, as BTR might actually see themselves a little bit left line. Tony K with 5 fracks so far. PowerGen does spot him out. The X does seal the deal, and all he has to focus on is to find where that final member of... But if you take a look at the minimap, this is just being zoned off completely by the rest of BTR that can get that firm access, and they should be able to have a great game to be the champions of the night. But speaking of which, there is Hans holding onto the compound, spots out these 2 members of the side of BTR. They will vacate this area, take a deeper hole, because they get first dips and calls out for some good areas of play. But Alter Ego, it's not going to give them an easy win at that. BTRNG still within the run as well, because these times we're looking at majority of the Indonesians still at play to fend for the title.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's quite a surprise for me to say that. I think they didn't know they had first dibs, because they never expected that no one was inside the circle when it actually appeared. And they were actually the first to actually be on the inside of here. So that's going to be quite interesting, which means that the team have to make their way up to the northwest segment here, getting themselves into the circle. Some of the ones on the outside perimeters may have to go through some of the other teams who's making their way towards inside the circle. Meanwhile, these Xavier, they are the second to arrive, and they do know that there is another team here. They don't know who it is, but there is someone. For us who's currently watching, we do know it's going to be Bigatron here, who's going to be screening out these team members from these Xavier. Who's going to be the ones holding up the fort over here? They do have information on one of the members. It's actually up there. Lamborghini leading the charge, tries to go up, but it does seem that the napalm is being dropped on the floor, stopping him from going up the stairs. Or up the ledge, should we say. Here, a little bit support from his team members as well. They're heading upstairs and going on for a nade and clearing up team members from Bigatron.
I really want to get confirmation whether if that's going to be a... Yeah, it seems to be the case. So Bigatron Knights is the only Bigatron standing in the way. This is a solid chance for them to overtake their brothers, to claim that #1 spot. They definitely have to thank DX for that, for clearing that very final member of NG. Rosemary, though, is not going to let this one slide so easily, as they are looking for their own chicken dinner as well. The rest of Team Secret playing by the hillside. They do have a great vantage point from the hillside, but they don't really seem to have enough space to hold out for later stages of the game. But it doesn't matter about the late stage of the game. This is stage 3. We still got a lot of time to go before this zone closes out deeper into the mix. Whereas Hans now dropping some grenades over looking for Lepar. He's doing it all by himself. Where exactly is the rest of Alter Ego? Looking to cut across the roads, it seems. Now, Circle does favor some of the rest of the members of DX who's playing in within the zone, but it might actually all conclude from the outskirts as we do get a drop over on the Han. Still a shot being connected as Lambo looks for the trade. Alpha is the next one to bow out. Rosemary now tries to hold out, but the rest of Team Star strikes hard. Having so little space left for Rosemary to have an impact in this matchup. And this is a familiar opponent that they've been looking at. Lambo now charges through as they are looking to fend off against the potential champions. Now only down to Satar. He has to hold out all alone. He needs to get the revives done, as there is still a little bit more on the line for Rosemary to have an impact. He takes down Chua. Top fraggers against top fraggers, as Rosemary will be succumbed with a grenade sent flying in. Satar saves the day.
Oh, he thought the fight was actually between them up against Xavier, but it seems that Bigatron might get the better of them. Managed to take down a Rosemary. Rosemary was going berserk just a while ago. Despite them trying to go for a nade battle, but also Bigatron decided to go for a firepower. Meantime, Bigatron Knights over here will be clearing up the last team member from these Xavier. And we're only left out with 3 more teams right now, Contra.
That being said, can Boing Donkey overtake BTR? I don't think so. We might have already crowned our champions right here, right now. But Frank, he's doing all the unthinkable up against Reza, who's dealing with all these overwhelming forces of Team Secret as they remain to be the king of the hills. But what goes up might come down, as they will have to face up against the rest of Bigatron Knights. Over onto these compounds. Secret now have that space. Boing Donkey left with only 2 members remaining. Potato now being spotted out. Team Secret looking to at least salvage a little bit of something, as they fought really hard. They've been consistent back in day 1. Day 2, it's been a tough start, but they're looking to seal the deal. Jiki out. Gets a phenomenal spray, knocks down Vexy, so it's only 1 more remaining. It's almost impossible to go in for the save, but is Bigatron going to be involved in this fight over the hills?
Yep, that's true. And actually, there's 2 more. Actually, we still have Jiki, and we also have Soas Scrims from Team Secret, making the 2 team members Team Secret up against 2 from Boing Donkey and 3 from Bigatron. Here, the nade Bigatron uphill. It is going to go on, ready to clear out 1 of the team members, and it does seem that Boing Donkey will be in 3rd place here after being cleared out by their opponents, leaving Bigatron from Indonesia and Team Secret from Vietnam. Will it be Indonesia bagging in the final winner chicken dinner of the day, or will it be Vietnam over here by Team Secret? Team Secret does have the high ground, but they're down 1 play over here, making it a 2v3 situation up against Bigatron. And Bigatron does seem that they're going to be charging up uphill, bringing on the fire 2 of them. Despite cooking, they're going to cancel this cooks on those nades. As he dumps in, he's going to be a shootout between the teams. 1 down, 2 downs, and that's going to be it. Winner chicken dinner in the hands of Bigatron Knights on this map number 8 in the competition scrim.